Hey, I was thinking I need to change my tire. Can you teach me how to do that tomorrow when the weather's better?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Hadley, this is my dog Sissy and my sister Ella, and I'm going to be teaching her how to change a tire today. First thing you need to know is where your jack is located. Typically, your jack is going to be in the trunk in newer vehicles or under your seat. Sometimes if it's in an older vehicle, it'll be located under your hood, but typically it's going to be in the back. In this vehicle, I'll show you where it's at. It's back here in the trunk. In this car, it's underneath the floorboard, and you just twist off this cap. There you go. Now that the tire's out, you can see this wrapped cloth looking thing. And inside it, once you unwrap it, you got your jack. And then with the jack should be some extra fancy stuff. Once you get the jack handle out, then you take your jack and you go over to the flat tire that you need to change. One important step in making sure that your car is not going to go anywhere is pushing in your emergency brake, which is on this car right here. On most cars, it's going to be down there, or it's going to be a handle that's right beside you on the center console. To engage the brake, you just push it in till it clicks. Make sure that it's at a good spot. There's this little gap right here that can match up with the frame to help the jack sit better, and that way it's not just sitting there like a little unstable. So you just go up. So I have the jack tight with the car, but it hasn't lifted the car up off the ground, because if the car is up off the ground when you're trying to take off your lug nuts to take off the tire, your tire's just going to spin and you're not going to get anywhere, and you're just going to keep going in circles. To take off the lug nuts, you just stick it on there like this. This is the difficult part, by the way. So you gotta break the lug nuts, but you just hop up. After you break them, get them loose, jack up your car the rest of the way. This handy dandy little thing is called an impact wrench. Instead of having to use that to do everything, you can take this and just you want to make sure that you go up high enough, so like your flat tire is going to be lower to the ground than your new tire. Your spare tire is going to need more clearance to get off the ground. So if your tire's flat, you want to make sure that you have a good amount of distance to the point where the new tire is going to be able to sit up off of the ground once you put it on. Normally, if you're using a jack handle, you would get them hand tight first and then tighten them, and then lower your vehicle and then tighten them again, just to be safe. With an impact, you don't really need to do that, just because it gets them tight enough right off the start. You would take your spare tire, put it back on, but you know we don't have a flat, so we don't need to use our spare tire. So we're just gonna put the same tire on and go from there. Let your vehicle down, tighten everything up, drive it again for a couple miles, come back, retighten it just to make sure everything's safe and okay to keep driving, and then you're good to go.
Thanks for teaching me how to change my tire yesterday. Now I won't get stuck on the side of the road.
Anytime.
High five.
Anytime.
Oh, now I got you in the shop.
Ford was smart and put a little arrow as to where it should go. Look at them go. You want to know why they do that?
Why?
Because Ford stands for Found on the Road Dead. You want to know why? If everything comes loose. Because in their 2004 Ford Explorers, also known as Ford Exploders, you had to change your tires a lot. You want to know why?
Let's make
Why?
Because your tires would explode a lot. Thanks to Firestone.
Okay, go.
It's just because it's an impact.